like to think I'm a better manager off the back of Cranfield. I think I'm a much better member of our wider team. I've moved up quickly in terms of seniority since coming back from Cranfield. I think for a lot of people in that more junior stage in their career, you're head down, trying to get yourself up the ladder, work on different projects, and you don't actually take time to stop and think about what you're doing. So I was hopeful that Cranfield would give me a chance to do that, and it certainly did. The experience that I had really made me reflect on myself, both in work and outside of work. And that was one of the first times that I'd done that for a number of years, because you're moving up the ladder, you're working really hard. You just had a young kid in my case. My work-life balance was all over the place, and not in a good way. So my experience was quite tough because I actually stopped to think, whereas before I was just carrying on. My challenge was to change the way I was working or find new ways of working to become a more confident and competent manager. So it really helped me have time to reflect on that and the challenges that I faced outside of work as well as in work. Initially, it felt very tough because your own worst critic is yourself and you kind of beat yourself up a bit. But actually, when you reflect on the programme, you realise that it was equipping you with all those skills that you needed, not just to go back into the business, but also to go back into life itself and look at things differently and have positive conversations in the workplace and outside the workplace as well. Because we work in such a fast-paced sector and industry, there is a pressure to constantly perform. So it actually made me realise that, okay, yes, there is that pressure, but that doesn't mean you can't absorb some of that some of the time and actually take stock of what the right thing to do is in that situation, rather than rush or make a kind of shooting from the hip decision. Actually, you can take 5 minutes, and those 5 minutes can be invaluable over making the right decision. You think you know yourself, and then you spend 2 solid weeks in an environment where you're sometimes being yourself and then you're sometimes not being yourself. You're being put out of your comfort zone. I found that challenging. I think I had been in a comfort zone, and then it made me realise that I needed to make some changes. I think Cranfield has helped me by giving me the confidence and almost like a toolkit to use in lots of different situations, and giving me the confidence to pitch ideas, follow through on those ideas. In my career, I'm now 33 and an editor-in-chief. It's my 10 years with the company this year. I feel really proud that I've been able to move up to that level of position within 10 years. Starting at Media Wales in Cardiff in 2010, if you'd have told me that I would be editor-in-chief for one of the company's big strategic projects, which could change the course of community news and local journalism in the UK, I wouldn't have believed you. So I feel really proud that it's helped me to get there. What's next for me is I've realised that I'm quite happy doing new things and being at that cutting edge and perhaps some of the difficult places in our industry. And when I reflected on my sort of career and trajectory, I'm not afraid of going to the trouble spots or the difficult positions. And I think that's a strength that I have, one that my organisation values. I think I'm quite good at having difficult conversations, and that's quite a good skill to have. So for me, as long as I'm doing something that is challenging me, then I think I'm happy. What that is, what that will entail, I don't know, but I think it'll be an exciting next 10 years, 20 years, whatever it may be, and I'm looking forward to it.